Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here with Sophie again.
Still here.
Lately on my channel, I've seen a lot of requests for me to talk about like study routines or self-care routines or like how I handle stress as an engineering major or like as an adult living in this country, especially nowadays. And so Sophie and I have put together kind of like I would say like crash course in self-care and like how we choose to practice self-care, some suggestions we have. We're going to talk about what self-care is, why it's important, how we practice it.
What self-care means for different people.
So yeah, if you're interested in that kind of thing, then just keep watching.
Alright, so one of the first things we want to talk about, I guess we should like throw a disclaimer at you guys. This self-care is for anyone, like whether you have like no mental illness, whether you're like stressed out because you have an exam, or whether you're like me and you like have a mental illness that can get pretty severe. Some people, if they have a really severe mental illness, sometimes self-care is literally getting out of bed.
Get out of bread. Get out of your baguette.
And brush your teeth or take a shower. And like for some people, it's like setting up a really elaborate home spa day. But like self-care is literally whatever you need it to be.
Yeah, like, self-care is for you. It's not for like a fancy video. It's not to post on Instagram. It is literally for you to feel better.
To take care of yourself. Like some people are like, I took a bath with a bath bomb and I still feel like doo-doo. What the heck?
Other people's idea of self-care might not work for you. Like I love taking baths and doing like bath bombs and stuff. But, like I have a friend who finds baths to be very boring and stressful, and so are you like that?
No, well like my mom is.
Oh really?
Like she'll get in the bath and she's like, okay, now what? But my father, he loves taking baths. He has like this whole like bubble bath, shower gel collection. And it's gotten to the point where he wants to take a bath every single night. He's like, okay, I'm going to take a bath every other night so that I don't like waste all this water.
Yeah, that's funny.
And he'll like stay in the bath for like at least an hour.
Yeah, see, that's what I do. Like I don't get tired of being in the bath, but other people might be like, this is really boring and kind of stressful, and I don't like being pruny. I personally think that self-care is really important to habitually practice, because once you get into the habit of doing self-care constantly, when you're actually in like crisis mode and you're really stressed out and you cannot function because you're panicking, self-care is much less difficult to practice because you've been doing it, you know what to do. Even if it's just going through the motions, there's something very calming and soothing, in my opinion, about just doing something very routine. So I think it's really important to like purposely build self-care into your every single day routine.
And it's way more effective in your crisis because you've been doing it for so much longer. And when you're starting to think about self-care, try and do it when like you're already like in a good spot. Like sit down, write a list of like things you like to do, things that can make you happy, like an emergency checklist. Like, and so when you're like in a pretty decent, stable mood and you like brainstorm, you're just going to be way more productive. And then when you practice it, it'll be ingrained in you so that when you're in crisis, it's actually effective. Yeah, even if you think it's like dumb, or like following sleep hygiene, for example, is really important. Do you have a video on sleep hygiene?
I don't. Why don't you tell us what sleep hygiene is really quick?
So sleep hygiene is basically healthy practices around bedtime and sleeping that will help you have better sleep. Sleep hygiene is really, really hard to follow. Some examples of sleep hygiene is like staying out of your room, staying out of your bed during the day. Like don't do homework in bed. Don't like lay around in bed in the morning. Like try and spend as much time outside your bedroom. So when you go into your bedroom, you're less stimulated and like you're more thinking, okay, I have to sleep now. And like turning off your electronics like an hour before bed.
Yeah, I do that.
Like not napping during the day.
Well, napping is pretty important.
Napping is self-care for me.
Yeah, me too.
Don't lie.
But like a really important way that I practice sleep hygiene is I have a very regimented bedtime routine, and that like I will shower, do my skincare, brush my teeth. It's very like boom, 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 boom. I know exactly what to do. So because it's like very repetitive, it's very calming for me. So my brain is like, oh, I'm doing all these things. It must mean it's time for bed.
That's what sleep hygiene is all about. It basically like sleep hygiene is really great if you can't fall asleep, if you have a lot of sleep issues like insomnia and everything else. Also, like for me, following sleep hygiene is really important for my mental illness. So following it when I'm stable makes it much easier to follow it when I'm like,
yeah, exactly. It's about building healthy habits that you can do even when you're like in crisis mode.
And you know, if you don't have any mental illness, you don't have like a whole lot of stress in your life, you're still gonna have like hard days.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen. Next thing we want to talk about are some just basic ways that Sophie and I will practice self-care in our routines. And the first thing, super basic, but we're gonna talk about masks.
That's what you guys clicked on the video for.
This is why you clicked on the video.
Clickbait!
So last night, she and I tried the Sephora almond foot masks, and they were awesome. I really enjoyed it.
Really? Because you put your foot in, you're like, ew.
Well, okay, it's kind of weird. So the way it's like a plastic baggie in the shape of like a booty, and you open the baggie and you stick your foot in, and there's like goo inside of it with like lots of emollient stuff, which is kind of weird because I was just like, this is.
It's like a weird sensory feel.
Yeah, it feels weird, but I mean, it felt really nice because it's like cooling and it's like hydrating.
And you're saying that it's really nice because it's really hard to walk around, and obviously you can't go while you're wearing it.
Yeah.
So you just kind of like gonna lay down and relax.
Yeah, it like forces you to like lay down and just like chill out for like 20 minutes.
And let your feet be comforted and repaired.
Yeah.
Comfort and repairing support foot masks. It's very nice. And then after, like, we left them on for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it was a while.
20 minutes.
It was fine.
Then after you take it off, you like massage it into your feet and your footsies are nice and soft.
Yeah, it was nice. I liked it a lot. I don't think I noticed like a huge difference in my feet, but yeah. So see, this is just like a really small example of like a tiny self-care thing that she and I did last night, and like I really enjoyed the fact that it felt nice, it smelled good, and it forced me to lay down and relax. You guys have seen this a bunch of times, but these are my favorite sheet masks. These are the Honey Firm and Glow It's Skin sheet masks. I love these. I love sheet masks. So there's like, it's like a small thing you can do like in the morning or at night to just kind of relax. It feels nice, it smells good, it's good for your skin as long as it has good ingredients.
No denatured alcohol.
No denatured alcohol.
No fragrance.
No sodium hydroxide, no fragrance. These have fragrance actually, a small amount.
But it's like the last ingredient, right?
Yeah, it is literally the last ingredient. I love these. This is just a suggestion. Tried and true. I get these from Urban Outfitters.
And like they're like a nice sensory feeling if you're into that. Like your face gets all nice and cool, and it forces you to like relax.
Yeah.
Well, you study with face masks sometimes, right?
Not with the sheet mask, but the Tarte under eye gels, which I have in my fridge right now. If I have to wake up really early to study, that's also the way I practice self-care, is like if I have to do something I really don't want to do, like study early in the morning, I'll put on my Tarte under eye gels, which have been in the fridge. They're like really nice and cool, and so that kind of like makes it less terrible.
That's another good self-care thing. And this is like just a good life skill. If there's something you don't want to do, get rid of the things that make you not want to do it if you can, and just enjoy it. Like if you don't want to wake up in the morning early and study, plan to make yourself a nice cup of tea or like a nice coffee. Put on your favorite comfy pajamas, light a candle, put a face mask on. Like find ways to make yourself enjoy it or to make it bearable.
Yeah. I don't know, if you do small things, like it becomes more bearable. And like Sophie said, it's just like a really important life skill, because things that stress you out will always be there. There's no way to cut them out, even though your doctor will be like, you need to reduce stress, and you're like, what am I supposed to do? Like stop living?
I have like TMJ and like back, and like if you see me rubbing my neck, so that issues. And so everyone's like, relax more, stop stressing out. I'm like, I'm a Virgo.
Yeah, I'm just like,
I'm capable of relaxing.
Alright, so that was masks, and now we're going to talk about journaling. So the next thing we wanted to talk about is journaling, because I think we both feel that journaling is like a really important and a really easy tool that anyone can use to practice self-care.
I know a lot of people who don't like to journal, and they're like, every time I try, I like give it up. And this is kind of like more in the theme of self-care, like building into your routine. Just try and journal for like 10 minutes once a week. Put like aside some time before you go to bed. Say, I'm gonna journal for now. Oh, should I grab my book that's like the 5?
Yeah, go grab it. Okay, Sophie's gonna grab something really fast, but while she's getting that, I'm gonna briefly talk about something. So when I started to journal, in this journal actually, I had a really hard time because I was like, what do I talk about? And so I started actually by just writing down 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things I'm proud of myself for doing, and then some like plans for tomorrow or like positive affirmations about like the next day. So those are things that I did when I first started journaling. And then as you can see, like I started to journal like a little bit more and like just like talk about my day. But yeah, you can look up tons of like journaling prompts online, but that's personally what I did to like ease myself into journaling.
I journal the most when like I have a problem, I don't know who to talk to about it. So I just like word vomit, and then slowly I start to process it and kind of come up with like solutions, or it's more of like a CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy thing, where you kind of like come up, like if you're having like a really negative thought about something, then you start to like come up with like other statements to like counter that thought.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you Googled that kind
Journaling
of journaling prompts or like
DBT?
Yeah.
Dialectical behavior therapy.
Okay, we'll put everything down below because I know it's like hard to like keep track of everything, but Google those 2 things, and I think these would be really good resources for you guys to check out.
Even if you're not mentally ill. Like,
yeah.
It's just good for like living.
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
So I actually have 2 journals because I'm extra. This is like my everyday journal. This is like beat I've had it for 4 years now. It's one of those 1 line a day, 5-year memory books. And what you do is, so here's March 18th. In 2014, 15, 16, I wrote whatever I did that day or how I was feeling. And then 2017, I'll write something. And in 2018, I'll write something. So I'm getting towards the end of that. And this just kind of helps me keep track of the days. And I have a mood disorder, so sometimes I'll like rate my mood and like I can see, okay, I've been feeling this way for like 5 days. That's an issue. I remember like really important dates. Oh hey, April 12th, that was a really important day. And then I felt like this way. And then April 12th the next year was like completely different. So this isn't so much of a self-care thing, this is just like a really fun thing to like keep track of your days.
And I think it's also cool for like tracking your growth, because I feel like that's really cool to like be able to see like where you were exactly a year ago. I think that's cool.
And it just like forces me to like write and think about myself every day, because if I start like falling behind, like I don't remember what I did 3 days ago.
So this is my journal that I have been using for the end of 2015, all throughout 2016, and then now at the beginning of 2017, because I still have a few pages left. I want to finish it. But yeah, like I was talking about, at first I would just write down like the 3 things like I'm grateful for, 3 things I'm proud of myself for doing that day, and then some like positive affirmations for the next day. And then I started to just like word vomit journal, where I just like talk. So for me, I am a very anxious little bug, and I get very stressed out. And for but for me personally, the reason why I'm really into like journals and planners is because when I write something down on paper, it's no longer floating around in my mind and cluttering my brain and stressing me out. I can feel like, okay, it's on paper, I'm not gonna forget it now, I can relax. So I personally find that like at the end of the day, like right before I go to bed, I'll set aside like 10-15 minutes just to journal. Only like a page, and these pages are not very big. I'll just journal for like a page, just write about what happened, how I felt, like something. Whoa, did you hear that? That was weird. It's really good for like processing my day and like what happened, and like, I don't know, I think it's cool because also like I was saying about Sophie's journal is that like a year ago, I can read like what I did on that day and how I was feeling. And it's like, the personal growth is like freaking awesome.
And then you kind of celebrate it. Like I like what you said, like you write down things you're grateful for and things you're proud of yourself for doing. And like my first page, this journal is pretty new. I just got it last summer, and I never really finished journals. I like to switch journals after like a pretty big occasion. So I got this on my trip to London at the Liberty store. And like the first entry I made of this was like things I like about myself. And some of the, like I really like making, I'm a Virgo, so I really like making lists in my journals. And so like I feel depressed, here's why. I feel really stressed out, here's why.
Yeah. Making lists is really cool too. I have another journal in my room where I will make lists of like things that calm me down, things that make me feel powerful, things that I am good at, things I've accomplished, you know, like that kind
things
of thing.
I can do for self-care. Like that's like often the first step of like starting a self-care routine is like what will work for me?
Yeah.
What can I do?
Yeah, because it's very much personalized. And then also, so this is a new journal that I got for 2017 because I'm almost finished with this one. And I thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
I thought it was really funny. Didn't I show it to you? Like,
yeah, you're the one who showed it to me.
Hey Kaya, you're doing great.
Look, it's just like, doing great. And I just thought it was funny.
By the way guys, I'm doing great. And it's still in the pocket.
Yeah, I really like that it has a pocket, because like sometimes I'll put like plane tickets or like concert tickets or like stuff. Yeah, good stuff, because this one also has one.
So journaling, honestly, probably not for everyone. If you can like journal online, that's fine.
Like blogging is a form of journaling.
Blogging is a form of journaling, and again, like a lot of people just, they really struggle with it. Or like, when I know people who are in crisis, I suggest, hey, have you been journaling about this? Because it's like being your own therapist. Like you just like word vomit, get it all out, and then you kind of process it and understand where it came from.
Yeah, like I feel like half the struggle with stress is just putting vocabulary to what you're experiencing and like recognizing what you're feeling.
And if you're on the mental illness train and you're in treatment, you're seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist, if you're journaling all the time and you go to them, like this is what I've been dealing with. Whereas like for me, sometimes if I haven't been journaling and I go see my psychiatrist, it's like, how are things? But it's like, I don't know. And so also like if you've been journaling and you know what your issues are and you know what you need help for, it just makes you be more prepared for whatever treatment you're receiving.
Yeah. Okay, so that's journaling. So the next thing we want to talk about is, this is really important, and I truly believe that everyone can practice this form of self-care. But it's like building sacred self-care me time into your every single day routine. So like, if you want to talk about an example that you do?
Most basic thing, skincare routine, wash my face in the morning, do all my skincare steps, put Honestly, putting my makeup on in the morning is like my most sacred time. I like structure my morning. So I like wake up, I have like 15 minutes to wash my face and get dressed, 15 minutes to eat, then half an hour to put my makeup on. And I'm like really proud of my makeup. Set up, I have like one of those IKEA vanity tables, and then I also have a big ass sun lamp. And so I turn it on and I sit underneath it for half an hour, which is great sun therapy. But it's also really great light for putting on your makeup.
Yeah, I kind of want one now.
So I sit there for like half an hour, I do my face. Like sometimes I'll like make a cup of tea while I do that, and I'll always like listen to music, and I have like specific albums I like to play in the morning to like get me energized. And then I go out and about my day. And
So like what makes that like a sacred me time for you? Like what about it?
well, it's like taking care of my needs, like my psychological needs, because I have my sun lamp on. And for me, like kind of pampering and grooming, like physically taking care of myself and making myself like look nice is very nice. And I like spend it by myself once my dog comes in. I have my tea, I have my music. It's
like relaxing?
It's relaxing and it's centering and it's grounding. Makeup for me is like a hobby. It's like, well, makeup for me is like one of my artistic expressions, and like creative outlets are really, really important, I think, for anyone.
Yeah, definitely.
And to feel good at something.
Yeah.
Like the sense of mastery is really, really good for your mental health, to feel like you have a skill.
And then also shower time is incredibly sacred to me. I shower at night, and I would say that I spend the most amount of money on makeup and then also like shower stuff and like body care. And I wanted to share this with you guys because this is my current obsession. This is the Fresh Cream shower gel, and this is just one of the many, many shower gels that I just... It smells so good. But like, I do think it is completely within your rights, if you have the means, to indulge a little about stuff like shower time or like makeup or like just things that make you feel good about yourself, because shower time is very sacred to me, because it's like I'm cleansing myself, I'm cleaning my body, I'm taking care of my body, and it's very relaxing for me. It's like a little spa experience.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like when I have a shower, I always listen to music. I always like dance around and sing to myself in the shower. And like I I exfoliate my face and my body, and I like to layer on products. And like I just like to be nice to myself.
And even if you think showering is like a chore, I feel like a lot of self-care can just be about practicing mindfulness. And
I spilled the tea.
she's not bothered though, until her Virgo sensibilities kick in and she gets all freaked out.
No.
3, 2, 1. No? She's
My shirt is staying! I'm going on an airplane in 2 hours!
So anyway, I feel like just bringing mindfulness to your everyday routine is really important. So like if showering is like a huge chore for you and it's like really difficult, just be like, this is a huge task that I'm gonna do to take care of my body, and in the long run, it's gonna be really, really good for me.
How do you define mindfulness? How do you practice mindfulness?
For me, mindfulness is like...
Journaling is great for building mindfulness.
Yes, definitely.
You have to be mindful in order to like journal successfully.
Mindfulness for me is being present in the moment and making sure that my brain is focused on the task that I'm doing. So like, I feel like brushing your teeth can be self-care, to be honest, because if you approach it in a way of like, I'm so tired, I want to brush my teeth, but then you're like, no, I need to brush my teeth right now, and then you go in the bathroom, you put on your favorite toothpaste, it's like super minty and yummy, and you're brushing your
toothpaste.
I do actually. Yeah. But like,
put on your knees and do a little dance while you brush your teeth.
Yeah, exactly. Like
scroll through Tumblr while you brush your teeth. I do that.
Do something fun.
Pet your dog while you brush your teeth.
Make weird faces in the mirror.
And then afterwards, you can go to bed, like feeling okay, I brushed my teeth. I know this thing.
And it's a victory. You can just celebrate the little victories. I brushed my teeth. Awesome.
Yeah.
I accomplished something.
Yeah, especially when you're like super mentally ill and like or disabled or whatever is going on in your life. If you can do one small thing and then choose to celebrate it every day.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I'm super depressed, but I got out of bed and I went outside for like 5 minutes. Boom.
And that's awesome.
That's a victory.
That's a victory. I agree. So yeah, that's our next point, is that little things are as important as like the big self-care thing. So like maybe you think that journaling is like a huge self-care thing, but like journaling is just as important as carrying around your favorite perfume, or like bringing mindfulness to brushing your teeth in the morning.
Or eating when you're hungry.
Or eating when you're hungry, or taking a nap when you're really tired.
Or like saying no to something that you don't want to say no to.
Yeah, exactly. It's cute.
And acknowledging your victories and practicing gratitude. Like I know people are gonna be like, oh, that's so cheesy, but like I find like when I'm like really stressed out and I write down what I'm grateful for, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah, I find that very grounding. because it's like I have a lot of things to be grateful for right now. So don't sweat the small stuff. This is okay. This too shall pass. And so I think lastly, we want to say, give yourself permission to practice self-care and enjoy yourself and relax. I am like one of the most high-strung person I know, and like I find it very difficult to give myself permission to relax. Every time I relax, I'm just like, I should be doing this, I should be doing something else. I'm wasting time right now. Like, this is a complete waste of my time. But it's really important to practice self-care, because even if I were to study 24/7, I am going to have a mental breakdown. So, and that means I can't do school anymore.
I'm gonna have a mental breakdown doing anything.
So in order to prevent something really drastic like that happening, I feel like it's very important to continuously practice self-care as a preventative caution so that you don't go into crisis mode later on.
Self-care is also like self-compassion, like telling yourself, I'm a human, I need to relax.
And self-care looks different for everyone.
Yeah, like you're a human being, you need and you deserve to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you are entitled, what was that? You said something?
You have the agency.
Entitled to enjoy yourself or something.
That's
like,
nice.
Yeah.
In whatever way works best for you.
Whatever works best for you. Because that's important. You can't just work 24/7. It's not sustainable. You are not head on a stick. Yeah!
Yeah, my aunt said that. It's like she's really great at calling me out of my crap. Like when I'm like, man, it's like, you're not head on a stick. You gotta take care of your body. Like, come back down.
Okay, so now I think that wraps up this video. I think we covered like everything we wanted to talk about. I feel like I'm definitely gonna make self-care videos more of a priority on this channel, because I feel like it's a great resource for just like
a Q&A.
anyone. Oh yeah, we could do a Q&A. Just like from any person, from any background, self-care is like something like universally important to all human beings. It's something you need to be practicing, and I really truly hope that if you're watching this video and you've never thought about self-care, maybe tonight you do something nice for yourself and you start to make it a priority.
And no matter where you are in your life, no matter like what your wellness or health state is, like there's always something you can do.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the better eventually you'll start to feel.
Yeah. If you guys have ways that you practice self-care that we didn't talk about, we would love to know. So leave that in the comments and we'll totally respond to them. Like, talk about self-care. I freaking love self-care.
And I'm going back to Canada in like, okay, we gotta live to the airport in like 10 minutes. But like leave questions, because she might do like a self-care Q&A video, and I think that'd be fun. Yeah, where's my drawing?
All right, thank you guys so much for watching, spending this time with us. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending this time with us. We love you. We want you to be well and feel accomplished and feel loved. So
And to like survive.
And to survive.
Because it's hard.
The most radical form of activism is self-love. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.